Let me start by asking you about the battle for Bihar, which is currently dominated by the Election Commission versus the opposition on the Bihar Special Intensive Review, which the opposition is calling vote-chori. I want to set that allegation aside for now and ask you that the manner in which this review has been conducted by the Election Commission, shouldn't that be a matter of concern to all parties? Only 2% in Bihar have passports, 4 to 25% have birth certificates, less than 1% are in government, which is another proof of identification. Only 15%, 1/5 have passed class 10.
So if document verification process is on, it's still going on till date.
Yes.
Let's wait and see.
The Prime Minister himself has said in Bihar that illegal migration, illegal ghuspatis are a problem. But my question, Mr. Rudy, to you is, where is proof of this?
We are significantly in possession of data that there are people who have been given citizenship here who were not supposed to.
What is the data? No, where is the data? There's no data.
No, again, Prime Minister is again a political representative of a political party, and we talk about it. So how can you stop me from calling?
The Home Ministry was asked 16 times in Parliament, can you tell us how many Bangladeshi infiltrators are there in the country? Every single time, the answer is, we do not have that information.
If I have to interview Sreenivasan Jain,
yes,
I'll fish out 20 documents which I'll ask questions which possibly I may not be privy day to day.
My question to you is this, that in 2020 elections, BJP JDU promised creation of 20 lakh jobs in 5 years. This was a manifesto promise. How many jobs 5 years later?
My figures is close to about crore people have got employment in Bihar. And this was a part of a Niti Aayog report that Bihar has done reasonably well.
Can I actually tell you what the Niti Aayog has said? Their latest report says, 2023-24, Bihar has the worst ranking of all states in what is called the Decent Work Economic Growth Index. This is a Niti Aayog index.
I don't agree with
Niti
that.
Aayog?
No, Niti Aayog, what I am telling is, if you look at the infrastructure growth, you see, the Bihar did not have you see, why do you talk about the end results?
Can I ask you the last question, not on Bihar election, but another interesting election which you won, which was the Constitution Club election.
Come on.
Because the buzz is that Amit Shah ji was endorsing Sanjeev Balyan and Yogi Adityanath was behind Rudy.
This was a misinformation created by an individual who tends to control parliament as a member of parliament.
This is Nishikant Dubey you're talking about.
I think you are correct. You're so up to mark on things. So when individuals become arrogant.
What was his issue with you? Why would he have a problem with you?
He has a problem that he wants to run the show. Beyond government, he is a government.
Welcome to the special interview. I'm joined by Pratap Rudy. He is a BJP MP from Bihar. He's one of the party's top national spokespersons. Thanks very much indeed for talking to us.
Seeing you after a long time.
Long time. And we have quite a lot to talk about. Let me start by asking you about the battle for Bihar, which is currently dominated by the Election Commission versus the opposition on the Bihar Special Intensive Review, which the opposition is calling vote-chori. The allegation is that voters, their supporters are being disenfranchised. I want to set that allegation aside for now and ask you that the manner in which this review has been conducted by the Election Commission, shouldn't that be a matter of concern to all parties? It's announced at the last minute, an entire state of 8 crore voters, you're starting from scratch. No consultation with political parties. You're not accepting documents that have been accepted for years, and you're insisting on documents which are in the possession of a very few. Surely the BJP must have a problem with that?
Well, very interesting. And last month or so, this has been an issue being debated across the country. We saw the parliament being stalled. And the assumption which you have drawn that this process, why now? And possibly with all these questions, they went to the Supreme Court and they said they'd stop this. Supreme Court, I'm sure, on the merit of the case, they went through it and said, no question of stopping it. It will continue, and gave certain observations, not directions, observations, and which the Election Commission said we'll happily comply with. Now we come back to a fact. This process is initiated, and for any process initiated by the Election Commission, it has to be a process duly notified, process by dates. So 1 month was given for them to identify the voters, get an application made. And there are BLOs and BLA2. All these are responsible for the process.
Yes.
The political parties have their representatives.
Yes.
So these forms were submitted for the 1 full month.
Yes.
And while submitting the forms, it is not scrutinizing the forms.
Yes.
It was found that 60 lakh voters do not exist. Now,
Or have been deleted from the list, from the roll.
No, they were existing there, but when they were asked to just sign their name and submit it to the commission for re-entry, 60 lakhs did not figure out anywhere. Now, out of that, 25 lakhs is proven people who have died.
Yes.
So they have no business to be there anyway.
Yes.
Then rest about 35 lakhs or 30 lakhs people were those who are either migrated
Or
cannot
present.
be traced.
Yes.
And there were illegal migrants which is being discussed. So, of course, Election Commission has done this action.
No, but that's one part to it. One part are those who've been deleted, who, as you said, are some of people have died, some people have been relocated, and some people who are duplicate voters. That's one part to it. The second part is that in terms of the documents, the 11 documents you're supposed to submit, the EC has not disclosed how many people have actually done that. That figure is yet to come out. And those documents, if I can just finish, those documents, and there's enough data to show that very few people in Bihar possess documents like passports, metric certificates, etc., etc. When that figure comes out, that could lead to a much larger scale of exclusion. And isn't that a legitimate question to ask as to why
it's a very interesting
those
point.
filters were put?
Why? Very interesting.
Yes.
All those who were prior to 2003 exist in the voter list as they are.
Yes.
Okay, fine. The most interesting thing is something which we all always talk about Bihar, about documents
Yes.
and your proof, your residence proof. Please come along with me.
Okay.
The state which you call so-called illiterate, poor.
I'm not calling it
So
illiterate or
people
poor.
have a perception, where would they get? If you ask any villager in my constituency, whichever
Yes.
caste, living maybe in a very small, may not be well off, if you ask him for papers, he keeps all those papers which are relevant for him, whether it is pension, whether
Can I
it
cite
is
data?
ration, whether it is
No, this is
Aadhaar
not
card.
this is not a perception. I can cite data. The data tells you, this is government data, only 2% in Bihar have passports, 4 to 25% have birth certificates, less than 1% are in government, which is another proof of identification. Only 15%, 1/5, have passed class 10. This is a very small percentage of the population that has access to these documents.
So if document verification process is on, it's still going on till date.
Yes.
Let's wait and see.
Okay.
Which you claim that they do not have. To my understanding,
I'm only citing official data.
I'm citing you. Almost all those people who are there have been successfully, the BLOs, the concerned block level
Yes.
officers have successfully uploaded these documents which are relevant.
We don't know that yet. The EC has not disclosed that.
Let's wait for another week or 10 days when the final notification comes out.
But Mr. Rudy, aren't you surprised by the fact that the Election Commission is refusing to accept the voter ID, which has been the basis, the foundation for every roll revision, including in 2003, was the voter ID, if I can finish. They have only accepted 2003. Since then, Bihar has had 10 elections, including last year there was an election. And you're not accepting that.
No.
Isn't that astonishing?
I think I have received no complaints of all those. Voter I cards are summary to 5 years. That period of time when the voter I cards are updated prior to every election.
Yes.
So it is not the final version of your identity to be there.
No, but it was revised
Of
last
course,
year for Lok Sabha.
now once the process of screening is over,
Yes.
20 lakhs or 25 lakhs dead, another 25 lakhs migrated. If you just not able to substantiate it with other proofs which will establish your residence in that particular village, in that particular house,
Yes.
you will stand deleted. And I can tell you, I have personally scrutinized. I do not know why these political parties are harping. I can tell you the
Because-
numbers are equally on all the political configuration. If you say that this is A which has been chosen to be deleted, B, I think across caste spectrum.
But I want to ask you something else. One of the reasons the Election Commission cited was the fact that illegal foreign infiltrators have been found on the electoral rolls as one of the reasons for the special revision, in addition to migration. And that's something that the BJP has made a big issue. The Prime Minister himself has said in Bihar that illegal migration, illegal ghuspatis are a problem. But my question, Mr. Rudy, to you is, where is proof of this? Where is the proof that there has been wide-scale illegal infiltration?
You see, end of the day, when you have 60 lakhs invisible voters in Bihar,
yes,
there is something wrong. So you want to say that whether they are migrants or the people who are not supposed to be there, end of the day, we do not have a identification of whether it was people who died or duplication or who do not have any proof of residence, comes to around 60 lakhs.
But there's but to jump from that to suggest that they're infiltrators, that's a big assumption.
So that is, I as a politician can say that. Election Commission, if it interprets, it has to show it. But me as a politician,
yes,
if you look at my borders with West Bengal or with Bangladesh or with other,
yes,
we are significantly in position of data that there are people who have been given citizenship here who were not supposed to.
What is the data? No, where is the data? There is no data. So far that has become public.
I'm not contesting. I'm not the person who is contesting. I say that we as political parties have asserted, and that has been now witnessed when large number of voters do not find a place.
No, but
so
again,
I cannot be votary for those people who do not exist. Who are they? My assumption, I would say...
No, but the Election Commission has clarified a large number of them are dead, so they can't count. A large number of them have duplicate registration, which does not necessarily mean they're infiltrators, and there are some who are not present. Now, from that, to infer that you have infiltration, isn't that giving it a communal spin?
I do not
without evidence?
I know where you want to reach. For me, anyone who is not a legal resident, and if the Election Commission, which is a body, for that point of time, he says he does not comply with the requirement of a voter which he has furnished,
becomes an infiltrator.
No, infiltrator is the word which you are using.
Prime Minister has used it. He has repeatedly said ghuspatis.
Prime Minister is again a political representative of a political party, and we talk about it. So how can you stop me from calling?
No, I am not stopping. I am saying there has to be...
That is your analysis.
There has to be evidence.
You cannot put words. No, evidence, let the Election Commission first notify.
Okay, because I'll tell you why.
If it is a discussion, in discussion, you cannot put it on me. If a discussion takes place in infiltrators, I would say he is an infiltrator. If he is not, he is not.
No,
so
but hold on.
If I make an assumption of people who do not exist today,
yes,
and I say they are infiltrators,
yes,
I can say that.
No, but hold on. Because I'll tell you why. I'll tell you because of the evidence. We checked. Between July 2014 to 2022, that is when the Modi government came to power, the Home Ministry was asked 16 times in Parliament, can you tell us how many Bangladeshi infiltrators are there in the country? Every single time, the answer is, we do not have that information.
So fine, let them do it.
So the Home Ministry has no idea. There's no evidence of illegal infiltration.
I can fish out before, if I have to interview Sreenivasan Jain,
yes,
I'll fish out 20 documents which I'll ask questions which possibly I may not be privy day to day.
No, this is parliamentary answers.
Parliament, I'm not, every year at least 7,000 to 8,000 questions starred and unstarred I'm not supposed to. Now you have done a research where you have picked up. I will give you 20 more documents if you give me a day,
okay,
where your actions and where your assertions can be denied. So please do not get into an academic discussion of debating.
No, factual.
Factual, of course. But there are questions which are asked. If the government doesn't have an answer at that point of time, it doesn't give an answer.
I'm saying the other metric would be to look at the population, because the Prime Minister said that there is a change, demographic change happening in Bihar's border districts. So we looked at the data. We looked at the demographic data for 4 border districts. He didn't specify which ones. So we picked Purnia, Katihar, Kishanganj and Araria, which broadly fall along the Nepal border.
Where Rahulji walked with the largest number of people in Bihar.
So we looked at the numbers there, and actually there is no significant demographic change. In fact, the growth rate of Muslims, because the assumption is, the reference would be to the fact that the Muslim population has gone up, has actually fallen from 39% to 34%. So where is the evidence of this demographic change?
So what happens if you visit these border districts?
Yes.
politically a surcharged environment exists, okay, and it is visible, the aggression is visible. The proximity to Bangladesh, and people moving in from there is also visibly there. What are you talking about? People infiltrating? If you go
I'm
to
talking about the numbers.
If you go to Chikmagalur,
Yes.
in the coffee plantations there, you will find people who say they are from West Bengal. And if you go deep into them, they have come and established themselves as a
Mr.
citizen.
Rudy,
No, I'm telling you.
That is anecdotal. That is anecdotal
Then
evidence.
if your assertion is correct, then my assertion is correct that the country today is witnessing huge immigration of individuals who call themselves from Bengal, but actually their antecedents are not there. State governments individually, due to lack of labor supply, due to lack of certain issues, they are admittedly allowing these people to settle. I can make this assertion.
No, but I think there has to be proof.
Now, I never knew you wanted to hold a communal discussion with me saying that why
No, I'm not saying communal.
Yes,
BJP is giving it a communal spin.
I'm not talking about BJP. This was a one-to-one discussion with me. Now, I'm telling you my viewpoint. I don't want to put in those hard sentences of community disbelief and community action. So, if you want to get back into that rhetoric, then you'll have to pick up, I'll suggest more better names who will give you hundreds of such data.
I'm not trying to get
simply
communal.
avoiding that conversation which you want to push me. So, I'll not.
Okay, last question on this, that if, as you're saying, that there's been this big influx which continues, isn't that then a failure of the central government? Because you've been in power for the past 15 years.
No, I understand.
And border security comes under the center, it comes under the Home Ministry.
Yes, all these things do come, and we are. And I can tell you in last 15 years, the borders are being sealed. There is a lot of, if you go and land in Bagdogra during night, you'll see hundreds of kilometers of barbed wire with electric lights and all.
Okay.
Things are happening, it will happen.
But the Prime Minister is saying things are getting worse. Illegal infiltrators are coming in more numbers.
That is, the Prime Minister in his political speeches may have spoken certain thing. But what you are actually...
But isn't that then a failure? No, isn't that a failure of the Home Ministry?
Overnight. Historic failures of 60 years of practice of allowing illegal immigrants to come cannot be stopped overnight, because we do not want to commit a mistake where legitimate people are not distinguished from illegitimate ones.
I am now going to NDA report card in Bihar. The argument being made is that this exercise is being done because the BJP NDA government is on a weak wicket. They're questioning your track record as a government, particularly on the jobs front. They're arguing that you have not delivered on jobs. To that you would say what?
Well, on the job front, what was most important for Bihar at this point of time? In decades of Congress rule, which we do not discuss anymore because there was a super rule for 15 years in Bihar.
Yes.
And one of my friends who has just entered Bihar politics has been talking that he would bring back all those millions of Biharis who have left the state and create employment.
You're talking of Prashant Kishore.
Yes. Now, my question here is, he never mentions that 4 crore people left Bihar, which included all category of people, the elite, the middle class, the poor, the workers, even modest middle class, they left. 4 crore people left. It was a very unfortunate exercise. They abandoned the state.
Yes.
But now in last 10, 15 years, when they left the state, wherever in the country they have gone, they have established a place for themselves.
That wasn't my respect.
Just a second, let me complete. They have a step. Now they are doing well. Whatever reason they had to migrate. It was a sad time they had to migrate. Now these people, when they come back, they are shocked when they come back to Bihar. A beautiful infrastructure.
My question to you is this, that in 2020 elections, BJP JDU promised creation of 20 lakh jobs in 5 years. This was a manifesto promise. Both parties made the promise of 20 lakh jobs in 5 years. How many jobs 5 years later have you delivered?
I think the number of government jobs been offered. What do you mean by job?
No.
Job by the government?
I'm asking on the promise of 20 lakh jobs that was promised by you.
With my figures, is close to about crore people have got employment in Bihar. whether it's direct employment, government employment, self-employment, banking.
A crore.
Yes, but I do not know why do you say so.
No, I'm saying because there's no figures that have been put out to back this up.
This is what I read in a report, and this was a part of a Niti Aayog report that Bihar has done reasonably well. Second point which I want to mention. Any state which you talk about employment, it is just minuscule is government employment.
Yes.
Which comes through the treasury.
Yes.
Through teachers, through police force. But what is required is investment, industrialization and urbanization.
No, you're saying 1 crore jobs have been created according to Niti Aayog. Can I actually tell you what the Niti Aayog has said? Their latest report says, 2023-24, Bihar has the worst ranking of all states in what is called the Decent Work Economic Growth Index. This is a Niti Aayog index. In fact, Bihar has fallen in that ranking. It's fallen in the past 5 years. It was 10th worst 5 years ago. Now it's the worst.
I don't agree with
Niti
that.
Aayog.
No, Niti Aayog, what I'm telling is, if you look at the infrastructure growth, you see, the Bihar did not have you see, why do you talk about the end results?
No, I was only asking on jobs because
jobs
that has been a big promise.
Created. Jobs have been created, but again, you have not allowed me to complete my last sentence. Jobs get created by two distinct parameters. One is industrialization and investment, another is urbanization. Both do not exist in Bihar. For both of these, you require infrastructure of electricity, roads, law and order.
Is it fair to say?
You can keep on saying the numbers. Come to Bihar. The level of happiness which exists in Bihar is at the topmost today. I think most, even
to say then that the promise of 20 lakhs has not been met?
I am not a part of the government, 20 lakhs, counting the numbers, faces.
Achha.
These reports don't matter to me.
Okay, can
the
I ask you?
happiness index of Bihar, for people coming from outside, for people living in Bihar, is the highest ever since independence. If you can't, even I think Mr. Rahul Gandhi was very depressed when he went to Bihar. Because
now you're feeling very happy.
Because so much of development, he said that you could travel across the state.
You talk of development. Again, if I can cite Niti Aayog, because it's a government body, outside of jobs, their latest rankings, human development indices, Bihar is ranked worst in poverty, worst in hunger, worst in quality of education,
give me the
and bottom 1/3 in health.
No, give me the, what are you talking? Do you know what is Bihar today?
I'm talking of a Niti Aayog report.
You have to understand when you talk about larger states, which is, it's a do you know, can you tell me the population of Bihar in the limited area when you took away Jharkhand from us, which is an industrial belt, which was the wealth of the state? Bihar has, please remember, 140 million people, which is bigger than 135 countries of the world.
Nobody is
Please
disputing
understand,
that.
where you had left Bihar, we'll not compare Bihar from when Nitish Kumar started. We'll compare Bihar with Congress and Lalu Yadav left. If you find out those figures, then possibly you will be in a better position.
I'm saying after 15 years of being in power, more or less in Bihar,
so come to
Bihar is ranked at the bottom according to Niti Aayog.
In comparison to the achievements made per se, the index is of population.
But this can be lower than the bottom.
Yeah, you can pick up an index.
Okay.
If you identify pockets of excellence and pockets of certain districts, if you look at those, if you look at the 38 districts in the state,
right.
If you look at the first 8 districts in the state, you pick up district-wise. Let's compare district to district here.
This is a comparison.
You don't have to read the figures.
No, this is a comparison state to state.
No, I'm comparing district to. If you compare the places which you're talking, Madhepura, Katihar, Kishanganj, Araria, the lowest in the world. This is because of a particular reason, the demographic, where they are coming from. But if you look at Ara, if you look at Chapra, if you look at Muzaffarpur, it will match any other district in the country.
No, that's a different point.
You can't take arguments. Whenever anyone gives you an argument, you are comparing the whole bucket.
Yes, that's how you compare.
No, we compare because we live in the state. The challenges are there, which regions which we need to challenge. But come at the developed areas of Bihar. So this is the government, and now you are wanting to substantiate and disturb the growth by meddling with the demographic profile, bringing poverty to us, and then saying that why don't you do it? So you are a proponent.
When you say you mean...
you bring poverty to us, and then you say that why don't you remove
When you say
it?
you mean opposition, not me.
No. You means you are like an opposition today talking to me.
Not at
Because
all.
that's
I'm
the-
citing Niti
that-
Aayog.
no,
It is
no,
your
no,
government.
no.
Can I move outside of Bihar and
Yes.
look at what is happening on the global stage? Because the world order, if I
think
can...
we are up with the time.
Are we up then? Can I ask you the last question, not on Bihar election, but another interesting election which you won, which was the Constitution Club election.
Come on. Yeah.
No. It was big news for the first time because you had a contest and you had a BJP versus BJP contest. Tell us about that, because there were all kinds of, as you know, theories about how that was actually playing out, that there were different factions within the BJP that were backing
There were no
you
factions.
and there was backing Sanjeev Balyan.
Well, there were no factions, I would say. And I think there was you see, what is Constitution Club? You talk about Constitution Club. Fortunately, with the help of my colleagues, we have created a brand Constitution Club,
Yes.
which came into existence post-independence, did not have, moved to Vittalbhai Patel House in 1965, nothing happened. Bal Yogi becomes the Speaker of the House. He tracks me down, says, can you take care of it? Sends a file to me. I said, okay, I'll look after it. So these are the 25 years Mr. Rudy has been there. So then I take it there. Then I ask the Honorable Speaker, please approve the election laws. 2008, first time election rules were framed, how to conduct. That was my initiative. 2009, the first elections came in. Everyone got up and said, every post, everyone contest, but this post, secretary...
Has to go to Rudy.
No, he has to continue. We still want him to... I still keep working.
This is the secretary admin post, for
Admin
those who
post.
don't know,
So
which is
that's
the
a
topmost,
secretary admin
like
post.
the CEO.
CEO. Then 5 years goes down the line. Again, I said next elections, Mr. Ramnath Kovind comes to contest election. He was an ex-member of parliament. He became the president
Yes,
of
the
India.
president,
He
yes.
contested the Constitution Club.
Right.
And he lost. Then I was still said, you continue. Finally, after then the COVID came, the elections could not be held. This is the third time the elections are being held after the election rules were framed.
But it was interesting this time somebody from your own party jumped in.
This time,
Yes.
well, it happens. And someone, you see, my friends who contested against me, there were 4 posts.
It's a panel.
4 posts.
Yes.
And 2 were held by I had suggested for the Congress party. But they do not choose to contest against the Congress party. They chose
To
to
contest
contest against Rudy. So the idea was unseat him. He's become very powerful. He does this, he does that. But the greatest thing which happened in these elections, out of 1,200 voters, 700 turn up in Delhi and said, and this is the greatest political achievement in my life, they said, Rudy has done a great job. They endorsed what I have done in last 20 years and said he should remain. And this is the biggest message. And this included Congress party, this included DMK, this included AIDMK, this included Samajwadi Party, this included TMC,
And BJP.
RJD, this included BJP. The endorsement was from Sonia Gandhi.
Was
and
there any
Kharge.
bad
The
blood?
endorsement was from Amit Shah ji and JP Nadda. Where in India today an individual has an endorsement.
No, but was that is an interesting point you made, because when you said endorsement from Amit Shah, because the buzz is that Amit Shah ji was endorsing Sanjeev Balyan and Yogi Adityanath was behind Rudy.
This was a misinformation created by an individual
Okay.
who tends to control parliament as a member of parliament. So he takes a call that this has to be this time. So he runs the show in parliament like this. So there was an individual who dragged the name of the honorable minister without a mandate to do so. There are individuals.
This is Nishikant Dubey you're talking about.
Dubey?
No, which individual do you mean has done this?
How do you know whom I'm talking about?
You mentioned an individual. I'm just giving a
So all
speculative
of
name.
us know what you're talking about.
No,
So
which individual then are you referring
I think
to?
you are correct. You're so up to mark on things. So when individuals become arrogant,
But he's a fellow MP in your party.
so he is the man who runs the show. He claims that he runs the show in parliament. So he said, I don't want him. But there was an endorsement across party.
But why would
so
he,
I don't care.
what was his issue with you? Why would he have a problem with you?
He has a problem that he wants to run the show.
Okay.
Beyond government, he is a government.
Like a parallel
government.
authority.
Inside Parliament, he's a government. I am not a part of his government. So
You have independent
I'm an independent man. I love him. So there is a government.
But how is this allowed to happen? I mean, isn't this a lack of discipline
my
within
leadership,
the BJP?
My party leadership said, this is between you, we are not interfering. And this
Okay.
was a categorical message given to the gentleman whose name you took.
Okay.
Still because in absence of any authenticity for his candidature, he chose to drop names throughout, which has caused this controversy, which
I
is
see.
unfair.
But otherwise, you had the full backing of Amit Shah ji and Mr. Nadda.
Yes, I've
everybody.
been talking to them. Yes, I've been talking to them throughout the elections. I've met them in person. They said nothing doing.
Okay.
And best part, why do people say that? Why did they come to vote? I think the HM had said, it's a body. We all love to come and vote. And so did Sonia Gandhi. So did HM.
I think it was probably the most high-profile
Elections
election
ever
in
held so
in
far
considered
anywhere in the
yeah.
country of
Yeah.
this party. But my happiest moment in my life is where the endorsement from my colleagues in Parliament who have watched me for 30 years, that Rudy is a good man, he does a good work, let him carry it on, and we endorse what he does. It's the biggest message in my entire politics. This is my 7th term in Parliament.
Right.
How do you think anyone across political lines, across the country come and vote? Governors come to vote.
That was quite
Former
remarkable.
chief ministers come to vote, ex-chief ministers come to vote, MPs come to vote, ex-MPs who are members come to vote, and from all. Communist Party of India, CPI, they said, no, this man is a gentleman.
Right.
He does he's straight, transparent. So this endorsement
Has been very important.
has been very important for me. And this has become a buzz. And Bihar elections today,
Yes.
I have never been acknowledged as a hero this way after these elections of the Constitution Club.
Well, that's a good note to end on. Thank you very
Thank
much
you,
indeed,
but you
Mr.
are a
Rudy,
troublemaker, I must say.
for
Thank
speaking
you.
to me.
It's wonderful. No offense meant. That
Nahin,
is just
none
a part
taken.
of. Bye. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you.